So if you click this video, then you're probably wondering all of the benefits that come with using a Kittl Flows template, or just how to set up your own flow from scratch. We've been getting a lot of questions about how do I actually use the images, how do I download them from Kittl Flows, how do I attach more boards to them, what are all of these lines, and I want to just take a small step back. We're gonna go from scratch, literally just from the dashboard. We're gonna open one up. I'm gonna talk through a little bit and then show you how I would build one from scratch, because a lot of you are trying to figure out like, well, what if I wanted to input my own t-shirt into this or my own product? I don't really understand how to use it, and that's what I wanna show you. From the dashboard, you are going to click on start with a template, or maybe you've already opened up a template, or maybe you're just starting from scratch. No worries, you can use the timestamps down below. You can just forward to the part where I build one from scratch, but you can follow along with me here if you want. But from the templates feed, you're gonna find a lot of different templates. Obviously, you could find some that are just designs themselves, but what we're interested in showing you is what Kittl Flows is and how to use it. So you can see there's a variety of things here, from lamps to perfume to bottles and drinks to food to packaging. There's so many different things here. And what we've done is actually created these templates so that you can pop in your own products and recreate the flow. And not only do we have flows that are kind of independent from other products and things, we also have flow specific templates like you see here for Etsy listings. And this is particularly where we've gotten a lot of questions on how we're supposed to use the flow. How do we actually pop in our own image into it? And let's just dive into one of these and check it out. So for example, if we wanted to do one of these Etsy listing digital art, we could use this one, for example. Let's go ahead and click on use template. And then from right here, where you are looking, yes, there is quite a bit to look at. It's a little bit zoomed out, but let's take a look at what we have here on the screen. We actually have the thumbnail here that's going to show us an actual rendered version of it. The thumbnail is just what's showing up in the actual Kittl template feed. We have a tutorial here, which we could click through to watch Graham's very short video on how to use this. And then the two areas that we've been getting questions about is how to create your mockup and then how to create the listing. And we'll go into how to create variations. This one is particularly for a digital asset. You could do it as a physical product as you want if you wanted to, but let's just take this one here, for example. If we take this first area, which says create your mockup, we have these little notes here that say edit or replace the design. We also have regenerate the mockup and then flatten the product image with a little screenshot right here. But if it's not clear, it's okay. I'm gonna go through it right now. What I wanna do is just duplicate this flow, and I'm gonna grab both artboards. You can select more than one thing by clicking and then holding shift to click another thing. That's how you can select multiple things. I could have dragged my cursor over all of it. And then the fastest way that I like to duplicate things is holding down the Alt or the Option key and then clicking and dragging. It depends on what keyboard you're using, or Mac or Windows, whatever. Alt or Option should work the same exact way. Now, what I'm gonna do with this print right here is just delete it. And after I've deleted it, what I'm gonna do is go over into the templates, and then I'm just gonna type in floral poster. I wanna keep the same theme, and let's find one of these that we like. Let's go with, I like this one a lot. So let's grab this one, which is going to add an artboard, but that's okay. We can just drag this and move it all the way over here, or you could build one out by using the elements and illustrations panel over here. But I think adding a template is a little bit easier. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna grab all of this. I'm just gonna take it off this artboard. I'm gonna drag it into this one right here. And then I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger so that it fits a little bit more of the screen. And then because we don't need the entire space of this, we are going to grab the digital print and I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller so that it fits more of the context of what we're doing. And now I could have dragged that into this one. Again, edit or replace the design. I could have dragged into this one. I just duplicated it so that I could keep this one the way it is. And now all I have to do is go ahead and hit regenerate. And while that one's regenerating, I'll show you why that's so important, is because this already has the prompt in it. Use the reference image, apply the following changes, apply the design on a dark, natural, slim picture frame. You could go in and edit this, by the way. You don't have to do it exactly like I just did by hitting regenerate. It's just a lot faster. If this is the actual style and vibe that you're wanting, you could just hit regenerate, but you could also go in, you could choose a different model if you're looking for a different, maybe more ultra realistic or maybe a weird style. You could go and choose a different model. You could choose a different aspect ratio for how the output of the image goes. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I just clicked regenerate, which is the easiest way to get from A to B the fastest. All right, and here we go. That's really, really nice, right? It's just done exactly what it did with this one up here, but it made it a little bit a different aspect ratio. You see this one is long, this one's a little bit shorter. It did a great job. And now from here, there's a couple of things that we can do. I got a lot of questions about how do I use the actual image, or how do I use it or download it? Well, you can actually just select the image board here, even if it's attached to the flows with these purple lines, and we can just go over here, and then I can just export it. I can remove the background, which I don't need to do because it's an actual image, but I could also download it as any image type. I can also do that from right here, the quick export feature. I could just export it from right here. So just because it's on a purple border or an AI image doesn't mean that you can't export it. Now I also can just flatten it, which is in this screenshot right here. And what flattening does is just detach it from the image board. So now I can move it around, I can do whatever I want with it. And for example, I can come and I can bring it into this one, which is creating Etsy listing ads. It doesn't have to be for Etsy. It can be for Shopify. It can be for whatever storefront that you're selling on. We just did this one specifically for Etsy, but you can use these listings any way you want. That's another question that we got. Now I can drag this image in here. I could even just delete this one first if I don't want it anymore. Drag my new one in there. Remember, we flattened it? So now it's an image I can move all around. I could put it in here and then look right here, regenerate the images, adjust the prompt to refine your composition. I'm fine with these. I'm just gonna hit regenerate. Maybe in this one, on the close-up one, I wanna look in there, I wanna see what's going on right here. Let's see, yeah, extreme close-up. I think this is fine. I think for this one, I want a little bit more accuracy. I'm gonna click Nana Banana 2, and then I'm just gonna click regenerate. This one I think is sick. I'm gonna go regenerate, and that's probably good enough for the purposes of this example. But then you can see that in these flows, there are boards that are videos attached to them. And now I don't want to click regenerate yet because this one has not finished rendering. So I want to wait to click regenerate on the video, or I could go in here and I could start making tweaks while my images are being generated so that I'm ready to click regenerate when I'm ready. And by the way, if you're watching this video, we actually just released Seed Dance 2 recently, as well as Clean Video 3 4K, a super strong control. Now it does take quite a bit of time versus Clean 3. You can see almost twice the amount of time. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and test this one as soon as this one finishes up. But for the rest of them, we will keep the same. So now that this is rendered, which looks really, really nice, I'm gonna go ahead and make this about, look how many different seconds you can do with this one, 15. Let's just go with 7. I think that's totally fine. And let's hit regenerate. All right, here's our up close macro shot. That's really, really nice. And then here is our other one right here. And again, since this AI video is connected to this board, we're gonna hit regenerate right here. While these videos are generating, I'm just gonna show you a couple of the info cards that are here that are part of these listing templates. 1, you don't have to use them. 2, you can edit them any way you want to. For example, if you don't like green, don't use green. I can come over here into the color settings, open it up, and I can make it blue if I want to. If you don't like the colors of these icons right here, I can select the icons and I can make them a lot brighter so they're easier to see. You can edit any of these things to your heart's desire. I could click in here, edit all of the text, how to print from how to download instead. And then in here, you could delete all of these aspect ratios. You don't have to use any of this the way that it is. You can completely ignore it, or you can completely change it to fit your liking for your specific product. Now, again, while these videos are generating, just a specific note, I did get a couple of questions on the flows that include a poster or a digital print or a digital download. I got some questions about how do I actually provide the sizing that is going to be different because the template only has the one size. Now that's correct, okay? So this only has the one size. Let's say we were going with this one, the new one that I did, and this size currently is 702 by 871 pixels. I could come up into my project settings and let's just change it to inches so I get an idea. So this is about 11 by 14, but to create the variations, let's say you do want to provide 5 different sizes for someone to download from Etsy or your shop and go print themselves, then we would need to create some duplicates. Now, you can duplicate artboards by clicking the duplicate button right here, but the way that I like to do it is, again, clicking, holding the Alt or Option key, clicking and dragging, and then now I can simply grab this, and if I know I'm going to be offering a bigger one, I can just drag this up. And so you can see here, maybe I want to do like a 16 by 20 area, then I've got this one. You can also just click in here and just type in 16 and then have this one be by 20. Okay, there you go. And now I can like move my design around a little bit so that it fits right there. But one thing to really keep in mind is if you're going to be offering multiple sizes that are square, for example, then what we'll want to do is first go ahead and make our square size. So let's say we were going to do a 12 by 12. Now it is going to cut off some of your design. I like to click and drag a big old area right here and make sure that we scale this down to fit in a square. Now this design in particular, probably not the best for a square download, but this is how you would want to create the variations. And then when you're ready, you have all of your different sizings. Again, you can just hold Shift. I want to select this one. I want to select this one. And I want to select this one. And then over in my export settings, what I can do is either choose if I want these to be PNGs, I can choose if I want them to be PDFs. And then when you export them, they will export as a zip file. And the zip file will then need to be extracted, open, double click, right click, open zip file, whatever it is that you are doing on your own system, it will show you the individual images. Now the zip file is probably what you want to upload to your shop. Otherwise you're going to be uploading tons of really massive size, files. And we can get into that in another video if you want to know how to do it. But this is how I create the variations and then export them all at one time. Let's check on our videos. All right, and so our first one with the regular Kling 3 model is done. So let's go ahead and click this open. And this is exactly as the other one was before. There's the cat coming in front, laying down. Super nice. This is really great if you're wanting to upgrade your Etsy listings. You want to throw a video in there. This is a great way to do it. And here is our Kling 3 4K model, which is actually just a subtle zoom out. I probably didn't need to use 4K for this one, but you can rest in the fact that it is going to export a 4K size file, which is going to be perfect for Etsy or social media or whatever it is that you want. And another really great thing about these specific videos and the video boards that are in Kittl is you can export them with text on top. So in some of these templates, actually in most of them, we have already created a post, a Pinterest or an Instagram post size where you can take text and put it anywhere you want, and then you can still export the MP4 file and the text will actually render on top of it. So if you want to post this on Instagram, this will actually be uploaded as a video that you made in Kittl with the text on top of it, and it's going to be there, which is great for ads, it's great for social media, it's great for making thumbnails that you want text on for your Etsy listing, Shopify, Squarespace, wherever you're selling. And it's just a way to level up the products. And this was all done again by using the Flows template. Now don't let all of the arrows and things scare you, okay? They have been set up this way for you to seriously come in here, pop in your new project, your new product template, whatever it is, and then boom, hit regenerate on all of these and click open the prompt, tweak the prompt a little bit and regenerate. But hey, it's okay if you want to know how this works and you want to figure it out from scratch. Let's go ahead and build one together. So from here, what I can do is just click a brand new project. I'm going to do this from scratch. We're going to do it together so that you're not lost. And let's just do the standard one here. We're actually going to delete this. I'm going to paste in one of the product templates that I really like. This is for a whiskey label. And then now I'm just going to delete that board. I just grabbed this from the templates panel. I think I typed in whiskey label and it's somewhere on here. I grabbed it and I changed this to say flame proof or something like that. But now let's build a flow together actually. So what we're going to do is we are going to click this little arrow. There's multiple ways to do this. You can either hit add AI image board, or you can click on this little purple arrow and click AI image board. One hack you may not know is that you can actually attach multiple. So if you were to click the arrow again and click AI image board, it's just going to pop up down below and you can move these anywhere you want and they are still attached. So if I wanted to create 2 different mockups, I could do that. I could also start adding video boards straight from this. Now, there's no product attached to this yet, so I probably wouldn't make a video out of my design. I'd want to mock it up on something first, right? And we're going to grab this image board. I'm going to open up my prompt panel right here. I'm going to paste in my prompt because I want to apply this design to a cylindrical format. I want a cylindrical bottle kind of, tube that I put the bottle in. I'm going to click ChatGPT image 2, and we're just going to keep this on 1 by 1. And then I'm going to click generate. Now, while this is generating, I'm going to go ahead and click the arrow because you can attach AI image boards and video boards again to the previous flow. So I'm going to click AI video board right here, and we're going to change this back to, and we're going to actually, for this, we're going to go back and we're going to use Cling 3, and we are going to change this to 1 by 1, and let's maybe make this 6 seconds. And then here's what's really great, a little hack that I like to use is if we go back to our previous one here, we can find a subtle effect. Like, for example, this one was a slow zoom out, and we can actually just grab all of this, copy, and then we can come over to our new one. And while this is still generating, I'm just gonna paste that in. Now, I can also use the prompt builder to help me if I don't know how to prompt, or if I didn't find one that I wanted to steal from another project, or if I deleted this, I could get started with one of these, right? So if I click open this, maybe we want to do a monumental orbit, dolly backward, smooth tracking. Let's see, smooth tracking, studio pose, rotating object. Let's go with dolly backward. Pretty simple one. Camera moves physically backward through space. I could have used the other one that I copied, but I think this one's cool. Now look how awesome this is. This is a really, really cool mock-up of this bottle that I attached right here. And we're gonna keep this as 1 by 1. We're gonna hit generate. Now remember, some of the hacks were, I can simply flatten this now to be used anywhere I want. I can export this with the quick export setting, or up here in the top right. I could keep adding AI image boards to this. So for example, I wanted to say, place the cylinder mock-up on top of a whiskey barrel, and we're gonna go with Nana Banana. Actually, let's just keep it as ChatGPT image 2. Place the same whiskey tube sitting. All right, and let's just keep this as 1 by 1 to keep it simple like that. And then while that one was generating, I could always click and I could add a video board. Now, here's another thing that I think is really, really cool and important for you all to note is, let's say that we found a, let's see, whiskey bottle. Let's say we found a bottle that we like online, and these obviously already have brands on them. Let's go with blank bottle. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So let's say that we found this one. We like this bottle for whatever reason. Another really cool thing about AI image boards and Kittl Flows is that we can attach multiple boards into the same AI image board. So for example, we're gonna click the arrow here. We're gonna click AI image board. We're gonna click this board, and then I'm gonna click and hold the arrow to drag it into this board. And what this does will now show me both images here, and all I can simply say is mock up the whiskey label onto the whiskey bottle. And I can even say that this one is image 1 and this one is image 2. We're going to keep ChatGPT image 2. I'm going to have this set to 1 by 1, and we're going to see what happens when the magic is done. So let's go ahead and hit generate. We'll come up here. Here is our, oh man, that's so cool. Here is our cylindrical tube sitting on top of whiskey barrel. Really, really nice. I could grab this one and we can flatten it to use whenever we want to. We're still waiting on our video board here to generate, but this is the essential idea for how you would start building out a flow and how we built all of the flows that you see in the templates on Kittl. So you don't have to be so afraid about breaking them or changing them. You can always go back and just open up the same template if you accidentally mess something up or if the render is weird. And anytime a generation fails, you are going to get your tokens back. So you don't have to feel afraid anymore that if the generation fails or you get one of the little notices that say it couldn't do it, it's going to give you back your tokens. All right, our video has now finished. Let's go ahead and check out the dolly move back. Super smooth, super chill. I think it's a super basic one, especially as a product concept. If you are trying to create a whiskey label for a brand, for example, I don't know why you would be selling this necessarily on Etsy because I don't think that is allowed, but this is really cool for concepting, for example. Maybe this is work that you want to do. Now you have social media content that you can use to promote yourself. And here is our label mocked up on the bottle. Quite simple. It's probably not quite big enough to be a 700 milliliter bottle, but it is actually pretty neat. And the same rules apply here. I can simply flatten this, which means moving it around. I can still just grab it and download it from where I need it right now, or I can grab multiple. So let's say I want to grab this one, hold shift, grab this one, hold shift, grab this one, and then I can still go over, download. You can see right here, these boards have been selected. You see the ones that are checked, and those are the only ones that I'll be downloading. Maybe I want to optimize it, I want to export it. It'll download them as a zip file. I can just open it up and start uploading it to my shop. All right, I know that was a lot for one video, but I just wanted to go through a little bit more of the step-by-step process for how you would build a flow or edit a flow or change a flow inside of Kittl, because there's a lot more power to it when you know how to change it around and really make it your own. Change the prompts. We have a Notion guide full of prompts and prompt presets that you can go grab. You can also just use the prompt presets in the AI panel as well. That's all linked down in the description, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you have any other questions about how to use Kittl Flows or templates that you want to see, make sure you comment down below as well so we can check that out. We can put those questions inside of another video and help you become a Kittl master faster. And if you stayed until this part of the video, this part only, you are in luck, because I want to give you a special promo code. I don't announce this promo code anywhere else. It's not going to be in the description. You have to have watched to this moment in time. If you use code SECRETVID when you're signing up for Kittl, upgrading your subscription, whatever it is, you're going to get 30% off to your annual plan. It is specific to annual plans. I don't want someone to take this code and go somewhere and abuse the code, because as soon as I see that, I'm going to deactivate the code. So this is just for those of you who are watching all the way through a video and you want some extra discount. I'm also going to give you some bonus tokens as well. So you're going to get several hundred tokens more depending on the plan that you upgrade to when you use code SECRETVID. Again, that's 30% off. Now, this is just between you and I. Don't go and share it all over the place. You have to have watched to this part of the video to use that code. Now, again, if I start seeing this all over the video, I'm gonna take it down. Okay, I'm gonna take the code down. So just keep it between us. Okay, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be telling you this. Just keep it between us. Now, again, as always, thanks so much for watching the video. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Make sure you go try out Kittl Flows and let me know how you get on down in the comments.